Wait, sorry, we got two. No, I was gonna say no. Yeah, we're not using the same one. Yeah. Because you can. Oh, so we're going. Oh, you only have one. Okay. Hey, bro. All right.
Hi.
Away for right now, so we don't get.
You know what I was getting into?
I got Salmon Creek right here.
You made it. Yeah. He was talking to a fellow over by that stop sign.
Oh, okay.
And as the game goes on, by halftime, I got the star players. Hello and welcome to the Tualatin Hills Park and Rec Complex. I'm Ben Pahl with Zack Chown. It is a beautiful day for this girls U17 State Cup match between FC Salmon Creek and PCU Red. And Zack, these teams had a feisty little game in the group stage, which was a great match. Salmon Creek went up 2-0. PCU came back and got the comeback win 3-2, but they are so excited for this rematch.
Yeah, this will be an exciting game to watch today. We heard that it got a little bit feisty, as you mentioned. There was a few red cards, and FC Salmon Creek jumped out to the early lead, and PCU clawed it back in. And since that time, PCU's been on a little bit of a tear through the group stages and into the semifinals.
It is interesting because when you look again on paper, about as even as a matchup as you can have. They've had a few common opponents. One of the key aspects: both teams beat Bend FC by exactly one goal, 2-1 win for PCU in the group stage over Bend, and then 2-1 win. No, was it 1-0 win for Salmon Creek in the semifinals? That was a great matchup, and then a 6-0 win for Salmon Creek over the RV Timbers. Only 2-0 for PCU. It's hard to judge transitive property, but I just love to delve into all the stats.
Yeah, it's always interesting. It's tough to do the like for like. Who was there? Who was missing? What was the attitude? I would say that coming into this game, PCU's got a little momentum. They won. They qualified for the National League Championship last weekend down in Ocean Park. So they've got a good momentum coming into this game. And as we see a little sportsmanship out there as the knuckles in the walkthrough right before the game.
We got the pleasure of talking to both teams. Brindley Williams, keeper of FC Salmon Creek. She was great to talk with, and we just asked her about what's the mindset going into this game, and she just said, play our game. We know it's a big game, but we want to go out there, just do what we do. And Zack, you've played some big games. What are you thinking right now, just a few 30 seconds before you start your finals match.
Yeah, it's always interesting as coming out here. I've gotten fortunate enough to play in a few state championships here at Tualatin Hills Park and Rec, and you're trying to settle the nerves. You're trying to realize, like, okay, it is just soccer. It's a game. Have fun with this. Don't get too caught up in the moment, and just try to settle yourself as you come out. Make sure the first touches are clean. Keep it simple as the game builds into it. So, we saw that the FC Salmon Creek was really kind of chill and relaxed before the game. There were some giggles. As you mentioned, the goalkeeper was kind of the primary spokesman, and they were all really focused on themselves. PCU, a little more business-like, really getting through their warm-ups, very, very focused, but they do look relaxed, so I'm excited to see what happens over the next 90 minutes.
Talking to Coach Tina Frimpong Ellertson, first of all, she played the U.S. women's national team, had a great career, played at UW as well in college, but she said just first and foremost how proud she is of this team, of her team. They've qualified for regionals, and she, of course, getting to play in this state cup match. She really emphasized they've dealt with injuries, adversity, and that's great. Before a game, just take the time to reflect, say, I'm really proud we've come this far. Now let's go try and win it.
Yeah, she was really, really great to talk to this morning, and her daughter McKenna sitting next to her there, and I believe it's her dad who's the director of coaching for FC Salmon Creek as well, so definitely family affair. As we're about to get kicked off here, you hear the crowd getting a little excited in the background. So, and talking to the coaches of PCU, Coach Greg and Coach Johnny, they were very focused, super proud of this PCU team as well. This team's been on a tear lately. Really, really dynamic team, lots of parity. So it'll be interesting to see how this game gets rolling as we're heading into kickoff.
5-1 win in the semifinals for PCU. Going to try to, of course, build off of that momentum. Salmon Creek, great defensive team, only allowed 3 goals in the group stage, and of course kept a clean sheet in the semifinal. So here we go. It is PCU and FC Salmon Creek in the final. And we're underway. So as we were talking to Brindley Williams, goalkeeper for Salmon Creek, she said, we started great last time. Now it's got to be more consistent. They were up 2-0 in the first 7 minutes in the group stage. Already going to put a little pressure on Greta coming out, and she's going to grab that with one hand. That's Greta Dazer, goalkeeper for PCU. And something interesting is that was a good take by her. She's not the tallest goalkeeper, I can just tell out here, but that was a good strong take right there, no hesitation.
Yeah, she timed it well, got it at the top of the bounce as high as she could get it. But as you said, FC Salmon Creek came out the last time these two teams played, jumped out 2-0 and looked to go on attack early. Now we've got PCU going the other way.
On the wing, she's going to try to cut it inside. Coach from Pong in the pregame. Here's a ball down the line, making the run is Ava Wishard. And this is going to go out for a PCU throw.
Just went out of touch there, but.
And in the first few minutes of the match, I like to kind of compare it to a boxing match almost. You're not going for the big knockout blows. Sometimes you're just trying to feel each other out a little bit.
Yeah, like we mentioned, just kind of settle the nerves, get a few good touches, get into the flow of the game. As you saw, FC Salmon Creek with early on came in right. Wouldn't have minded a big knockout punch there in the first minute, but yeah, here we go. PCU is just stroking it around a little bit now and getting lots of players involved. You can see their composure and just see them settling in now.
Playing around the back line was Tess Ibsen. I like to see her calmness with the ball. Sometimes in the back line you get a little anxious, but you can tell she's comfortable, and it's going to fall to Tess once again. That is Tess Ibsen.
And Tula Smith, 15 in the middle there, just had nice clean touches for a few. Oop, here we go. We're through on the left again.
Keeping her run in just a little bit too far, trying to send that. It's a little was that Nia Kosher, or that was Lily Irving, pardon me. Tuck to the numbers from here.
Good header right back in.
Eleanor Breckler getting her head on it there. But Salmon Creek wins this out. Trying to dish that over to Sophia Maddox. And now they're going to have it back again in the back line. That was Sadie Melville winning it out there for PCU. So one thing I'm liking for PCU is how comfortable they are playing around in the back. They're a team that likes to have possession. Salmon Creek was telling us they do as well. So PCU, of course, I think as much possession as you can have going to help as the game goes on. But now here's Salmon Creek with a little bit of a break. See if they can get to the attacking third.
Little through ball.
Very good through ball. And I think this is going to be out. Well, she saved it. It would have been a corner.
Yeah, that was Reese Harrison, number 13 from FC Salmon Creek, with a little outside of the foot touch. And the coaches noticed it, wanted us to keep an eye on her. She's real aggressive with her runs, gets in behind the defensive line well. And that was a good confidence builder. Her good first touch, get it down, and then a nice little outside of the foot flick through to number 30 on FC Salmon Creek.
As Angel Wood, 3 on Salmon Creek, and now here's Tula Smith in possession, gets it over to Lily Irving, and once again, possession out of the back. I like the pressure being applied up front. You want to get them a little uncomfortable. Don't want them just be able to play around at will in the back.
Very good point. The pressure is nice, and PCU's handling it well so far. So this is setting up to be a good match. Enjoying it.
Bringing it up was Tess.
Yeah. She's fun to watch so far. She's just lots of confidence and composure on that ball, directing traffic, and probably would like that one back. Of course, the curse of the announcer right off the bat.
Oh, I love the little 1-2 combination right there. Poor clearance going to go out for a Salmon Creek throw, so this is an opportunity for them to maybe push up a little bit in the early going. Throwing this one in will be Tara Sinsval. I apologize if I butchered that name. Sinsval going to try to play one. That's a good shield off.
Good turn. Oh, again. Yeah.
Reese Harrison, leading scorer for FC Salmon Creek.
Yeah, nice turn. She kind of rolled the defender there.
It's a good little run.
Number 60 by PCU. Oh, good ball into. Just a little got underneath the foot of Rose there.
That is Lucy Kimball. That's a great step up right there from Sadie Melville, winning it for PCU. I like the aggression. Goes all the way across the face, brings it down, shot towards the goal. Williams with a good save.
Good save. Good composure there. I thought Rose would probably take that first time. Took a touch and found another open player, and good save by the goalie there. Nice shot by number 15 from PCU.
I was going to say I really like the patience there with PCU, not just trying to shove it towards goal, waiting for the opportunity, and a good turn, not a bad strike. Williams had it covered. Brindley Williams.
And we're going the other way right away with FC Salmon Creek.
Ava Wishart had it. And this is going to be dispossessed by Lily Irving.
Oregon what? SURF? So like that?
Oh, good switch of play right there.
That's what we got. Is that all good?
Well defended by FC Salmon Creek.
So
you can change them when you get back up there, but for now, just go. Are you going to adjust this?
Yeah, in the early clashes, I think PCU probably has settled into the game, the flow of the game a tiny bit more quickly than FC Salmon Creek. But FC Salmon Creek does not look like they're shying at the moment. They just haven't quite settled in just yet.
It's going to go out for a throw, and how can we tell how far into the game we are, Zach?
Oh, you know what? One of us started to watch, so here we go. We got it. We are a whopping 8 minutes in. So
you got it, my friend. Here. Whew.
Old habit, thanks to my father, Tom. He always started to watch it no matter where he was at or what we were watching. So
shout out to Tom Chown right there.
Shout out to Tom Chown.
Good shield off. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Harrison.
Harrison is a baller. Nice little turn through ball. Well defended by PCU.
They're going to want to throw, though, is Salmon Creek.
says it's only 7 minutes in. Oh, okay, good. All right, let's go.
There's a little, if you hear some background noises, you were out here at Tualatin Hills Park and Recreational District, the Howard Turpin, I believe, complex, and there's multiple games going on. So the game behind us has had a few goals, and there's been quite the supportive crowd back there cheering.
One thing I've liked from PCU, see if we can get more runs springing Lily Irving, because she's active down there in the attacking third. I think you just got to try to maximize those opportunities. Best chance of the game so far has, of course, come from PCU, even though Salmon Creek has had a few more touches in the attacking third.
Yeah, yep, easy best chance. I agree with that.
Here is Tess again in the back line. Tess Ibsen. Come over. We're going to be calling her name a lot. Look how comfortable she's in the session.
Just nice and composed, and she's trying to pick out a few of the longer balls there, and changing it up the attack a little.
I'm liking the runs I'm seeing from Lucy Kimball.
Is that right? The right wing.
Right wing.
Yep, agreed.
Of PCU. So now as we start to get 10-plus minutes in the match, conditioning, of course, we're still early on, but comes into play. You know, this is where you hate conditioning practice. This is where it comes into play.
Well, especially a state championship match where you are excited and the adrenaline is pumping, and you kind of get through that first adrenaline pump, and now you just kind of got to settle in and play, and who's gonna be able to control the emotion, control the nerves the best, and find the rhythm of the game. And so far, PCU is a little bit dominating on the possession side, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Here's Irving out wide. Irving with the cut inside. She's going to try to center this. And it's going to go back out to Irving. Again, I'm liking the runs from her. Offense kind of running through her a little bit so far for PCU out on the wing.
Yeah, with Tula Smith 15 in the middle, really being a solid contributor and pulling the strings in the middle. So up the spine there with was Ibsen at the back, Tula Smith, and then Rose. I mean, PCU really has got some ballers straight through the center of the park.
It's going to be a throw in deep in their own half from Salmon Creek. But I like so far nobody's seeming to make any dumb mistakes. They've composed themselves. Both these teams have, as we've talked about in the pregame, fun but business, and I think so far they've composed the first 10 minutes well.
Yeah. Yep, very true. Good little battle on the side there.
Irving dispossessed. They are going to get it back. That was 17, Elena Goldsund.
Little mistouch there. Good recovery.
They get a nice turn as Reese Harrison, again, leading scorer. And look how comfortable she is on the ball. And just a little bit wide on that pass. And now here comes Lucy Kimball. Kimball
lines her up and goes right at a really good aggressive first touch.
Taking on Sinsval.
And we got our first corner kick of the game.
That fell to, you already highlighted Rosaline Sandell. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from her in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it was good strength there and well defended. By the way, from FC Salmon Creek, it looked like Rose might get around the corner there, and good defense to poke it out of bounds for the corner kick. So, be interesting to see how we line up in our first set piece. Can't underestimate the importance of set pieces in these big matches.
This is going to be Jane Rowe to take the corner.
Good ball in.
Jane sends it in. Oh, it was a great ball, and it fell for Sandell, and she's going to want that one back.
Yeah, that's a big opportunity early in the game there, and she just got her body leaned back a little bit and didn't get the contact she wanted. But nice corner, good flick.
And there are a couple opportunities there because Ibsen couldn't quite connect on the header. Then, of course, it fell for Sandell, and that's a tough bouncing ball. Sometimes, I know it's easier said than done for me up here in the booth. Sometimes you just want to try and put that one on frame, maybe try and get a rebound, but I'm not going to tell her what to do because she had a hat trick in the semifinals.
Yeah. She scored the most recent hat trick of the three of us, so we're going to have to trust her
Very true.
finishing prowess. But she definitely is going to look back on that one and want another opportunity because I think that's a big chance early in the game.
I have a feeling that's not going to be the only opportunity.
There she turns on a little speed. Woo.
Oh, what a cutback. She's got Irving. Irving just outside the 18-yard box, now back to Rose, and a little bit behind it on that pass. It's going to fall to, I think this is Kimball. Pardon me, that is number 8, Jolene Webster.
Oh, good outlets pass by FC Salmon Creek. Good run by Reese in behind. Ooh, this is a promising
Harrison
opportunity.
On her left. Can she finish? Oh, she's going to want that back. I'm guilty of this, not having much of a off foot. You're just going to try to want to strike that with your off foot there, even if it's a little uncomfortable.
I don't disagree with you. She's probably been watching Lamine Yamal do the left-footed toe poke and make it look so simple for someone about the same age as the players we're watching out here today.
Irving, what a run.
Again.
She's got it on her left. Can she cross to Rose? Good defense from Salmon Creek. And this has to be a goal, doesn't it? It does. Bottom left corner.
What a finish.
1-0 PCU.
Number 2, Jane Rowe with the finish there. Really nicely done by Lily Irving down the side to create all the disruption. Rose with a good ball, and then Jane Rowe with just a nice controlled Finished from just inside the top of the box.
Williams with a little frustration. Not at herself for not saving that. At her defense right there for allowing that.
Yeah, she got a good big hand on it, just not enough to push it around the post there.
I was going to say, it had to be in the corner or else Williams is pushing that wide. So that's a great finish by Rowe. Taking her time, making the extra touch, not rushing it.
All right, all the coaches' axioms now, like it's the next 5 minutes for PCU, and how quickly can FC Salmon Creek get back into this game now and put a little pressure on PCU.
We've heard it a million times. You're most vulnerable
right after you score.
Yep. Watching still one of my favorite moments. Timbers Sounders from about 8 years ago. Sounders go up 1-0 at home. 30 seconds later, Valeri equalizes for the Timbers. 2 minutes later, Brian Fernandez scores the winner for Portland. Right as you get comfy after scoring up.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you got Valeri on the field, you feel pretty confident. But
funny story I had with Diego Valeri. I was at the Multnomah Athletic Club for a Timbers game wearing my Valeri jersey because the Timbers are playing. Valeri walks right by me as I'm heading to the workout room. It's just while I'm wearing his jersey. Nice guy.
Yeah. Did he stop and make a comment? Oh, good control.
I did talk to him, and he was very, very friendly. Found out we live in the same neighborhood as well.
Tula Smith on the ball again. Good little outside of the foot pass to overlapping number 11.
That's Sadie Melville.
Back in the box again. Rose. Oh, here comes Jane. Oh.
Jane Rose had a fantastic start. Remember, she deserved an assist on that corner, didn't get it, and she says, all right, fine, I'll just finish myself.
Tess Ibsen, number 22, slowing it down again after winning a ball.
And remember, these girls all in high school, but sophomores. And so I really like what I'm seeing, the patience from Ibsen at this young age in the back line. She's going to be a fantastic center back.
Yeah, with the OH age group, we probably have mainly sophomores and juniors. And we did hear that there is an 8th grader on FC Salmon Creek out there, which is pretty cool. Good on her to be playing up.
That's going to be Lila Seagrin.
Yeah, number 10 there, playing kind of a little bit of a right midfield position for FC Salmon Creek, right back.
Irving.
Good clearance by FC Salmon Creek. Good defense, good battle there. Goes out of bounds. Now we're looking at a goal kick.
So Tess Ibsen plays at Grant, so she was a state champion this year.
Oh. PCU does a great job as a community club and has a lot of PIL representation on this team, a lot of Portland representation. And, Tina, coach of FC Salmon Creek, was very clear that this is a family affair, and she's super proud of the community of FC Salmon Creek for supporting these girls. And, they don't have a huge area to draw from, so she's really proud of the girls and what they've accomplished so far this year.
Kimball tried to find Irving right there. Good idea from Lucy Kimball.
Oh, good through ball. Promising attack.
Now let's see what Salmon Creek can just do after conceding. They got to generate some more opportunities. I'd like to see them put the pressure on because right now this has been PCU's game for the most part.
Oh, as we say that, Reese is hunting in the box. So.
And she should shield this for a corner, and she does exactly that.
First corner kick opportunity for Salmon Creek, so we will see. And it looks like Reese is taking the corner there, number 13, their goal scorer. So we'll see who gets on the end of this. And
Lucy Kimball, there's a great corner in the middle. Oh! Just couldn't get quite a good connection on the header.
Number 17, McKenna Finn, was about to highlight her that she's won a few headers, and here it goes right to her. So just didn't get the header, didn't get the contact she probably would want on
So
that
we've
one.
seen two brilliant corners that just couldn't quite connect on the header, and now here comes Irving the other way. Irving looking for Sandaline. Sandaline, I think she was trying to get that one back for Irving. Weren't quite on the same page there, but I love the idea.
Yeah, good show, good ball, and just didn't get the cleanest of all touches on that. But, running full speed with a defender on your back, we don't always get the cleanest of touch on the ball.
So, number 60, Lucy Kimball of PCU. I thought I recognized that name. Yeah, she played for David Douglas, and I remember her against Central Catholic, and it was a 4-2 loss, but she really impressed me, and so I think she's going to be a big factor as well in this game. There's a header at FC Salmon Creek trying to win it around in the back. Can PCU apply the pressure? They can. Here's Webster.
Let's give compliments to our officiating crew. We have not even seen or heard from them today, which I know that the referees out there, this is the type of game they like to be involved with, hard-fought competitive, but but really, I don't remember much more than a single whistle so far. So good control, and we'll harken back to the comment from the first time these teams played that there was a red card or two, and it got very spicy. So we haven't seen any of that.
No,
so
far it's just good quality soccer. You can't tell that these teams had a little history in the group stage, but you got to flush it. This is a championship game.
Yep.
And they've done just that so far. Here is Emery Miller on the ball. Coach Frimpong highlighted Miller early on. Winning this one out is Goldsend. Goldsend gets it around to the back.
Good pressure by Reese there to force Tess Ibsen on a little bit of a hurried pass out of the back. Tula Smith on the ball again. She shows a ton of composure. She's always been a constant outlet for this PCU team.
Here's Kimball. Kimball, can she make a turn? She's taken on Sinsvoll. Gets that one into Sadie Melville. Salmon Creek wins it out. Great pressure being applied by Webster.
A little through ball over the top. Looks like Tess Ibsen will probably clean this up. And
not surprising, Tula Smith is also a state champion.
Yep, out of Grant High School. So well represented PCU in the Grant Generals.
Good step up. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Sinsvoll.
Yeah.
She's an aggressive central mid defender, I'd say, or at wing. She kind of plays a hybrid midfield defense. You see her step up. She's in really good shape. She's flying everywhere.
Yeah, she's kind of adopting that little wing back role as we talked to Coach Greg Webster. He said they kind of line up as a 4-3-3, which may shift into a 3-5-2. Coach Greg and Coach Johnny were nice enough to give us some time as well before the game. And like I said, the 4-3-3 is kind of where they sit in defensively, and then as they get forward, Sinsvoll gets involved on the attack.
McKenna Flynn dispossessed. Here's Tula Smith. Smith gets it through to Sandeline.
I'd like to see Sandeline clean up those touches just a little bit there. She's showing and getting there. It's just we just haven't quite tightened it up quite enough just yet.
Ibsen's got Melville on the right wing. Now she's going to cut it back and comfortable switching the field. I like it from PCU. Going to play out of the back.
About 20 minutes in, and we're back to PCU establishing a little bit of control on the ball.
20 minutes in, and my pen has blown away. I apologize, Zach.
We are dealing with some wind out here today. Beautiful sunny day, but the wind is coming right across the field at us.
This man always comes prepared, though, getting a couple of different ones. I should have foreseen this.
We can crawl around under the bleachers at halftime, see what else we find. All right, and we've earned another good defensive pressure, good defense over there, shepherding the ball out of bounds. So it's a goal kick for FC Salmon Creek. I thought at first maybe PCU had earned a corner, but nope, good defensive pressure there. Oh, and our first sub of the game from FC Salmon Creek.
Is, in fact, our first substitution of the game. Remember, you get as many as you'd like.
Number 29,
in high school.
Ava Wishart is coming off, and we'll let you know who's coming in just a minute once we get an idea. Once we get an eyeball.
If she turns around, hopefully.
On the back of the jersey here.
Come on.
Ooh,
hey, there we go. Asking you shall receive.
We have number 16.
Ellery Singer.
Glad you said that one because I wouldn't have gotten that one from my viewpoint here. So very good stuff, Ben.
1-0 PCU. I'll have you check your clock here in a minute. Again, we don't have a scoreboard, so I'll have to check in every now and then. About, I'd say, 22 minutes gone.
About 22 in. You're almost spot on. And 1-0 PCU U17 Girls State Championship, OYSA State Championship here at Tualatin Hills Park and Rec. Field number 1, the
Rowe, the goal scorer, Jane Rowe, tries to play it off for Irving. Can she get there? Oh, it was a great ball from Rowe. She's just pushing all the right buttons so far.
I like that look a lot. And Irvin read it. It just was a little bit fierce, a little bit firm, but Irvin got in behind there, and that was good by Rowe to spot her. So we have a goal kick here for FC Salmon Creek. And Brynlyn Williams, number 22, surveying the scene.
Jane Rowe plays for St. Mary's Academy. Got a nice little program there. Announced a few of their games. Very well run program.
Nice win by Tula Smith in the middle there, and looking, but just didn't quite connect that one.
Maya Elise Fetke, and I apologize for butchering that. Nice step up there in the center back for FC Salmon Creek.
And it looks like PCU's got some substitutions coming as well. We'll get those names and numbers as we are able to spot them. Ooh, long throw in there from PCU.
Felder.
Oh, good ball.
Rosaline Sando. Maddox got a foot to it.
This is a nice battle up the top with Reese here against
Maddox on the left wing. Can she cut into the box? And Tess is not going to allow that by her with too heavy of a touch.
Oh, good composure. Tess Ibsen dribbling out of the back, getting her head up, seeing where she can unload this ball now. Oh, boy. Good little through ball.
That is a great take from Williams. Good instincts because Sandaline would have had a great look and probably would have scored.
Yeah, really nice step there. And nice work by Tess Ibsen out of the back to win the ball, dribble out of the back, beat a player or two, and then play a dangerous through ball.
And that's a great ball from Ibsen there and a great run from Sandel. And here are the subs we were talking about. Going to have 2 for PCU, 1 for Salmon Creek.
We got 3 people running off for PCU, so we'll see how they sort that out.
So coming off for PCU, we got Melville coming off along with Sandel.
Number 30 from FC Salmon Creek's going off, and that would be...
That's going to be Sophia Maddox.
And we'll try to get the numbers of the players who just stepped on, but they're all facing us right now.
That's going to be Mia Phelps checking in from Sophia Maddox.
Is that Mia Phelps up top, or is she in the middle there?
She is in the middle.
And then up top is number 10 for PCU, and we have, so that's Gretchen Brandel, and she had a very nice clean first touch on a good show there, so maybe bring in a little bit of just a different approach than Rose.
Rose sends one in to the middle, goes through, and Salmon Creek going to win this one out.
Good header, keep on the pressure.
Webster keeps the pressure on.
Brandel again out to Irving.
Number 10 gets Brandel just into the game, and keeping it in is Irving, and I think she's going to win a throw. She is.
So good coaching by both teams. Get some fresh legs on as kind of that adrenaline dump is taking place already, and now we are settling into the game. Oop.
Good physicality, and she's beside herself. She can't believe it.
I think she felt she was fouled there, but FC Salmon Creek seemed to step in there and get good position. Take Batula Smith in the middle. She's just having a nice, solid, controlled game in the middle there.
A couple of Grant Generals holding down the middle for PCU with Ibsen and Smith.
This is a little good defense by Hazel McIntosh, number 26 on PCU against Reese. Reese is a solid player and tried to roll her again and just didn't come off.
Yeah, look how much attention Harrison's getting in the middle, and I think they've been able to frustrate her. This is a great run from Phelps just into the game with some fresh legs. Cuts it to her left foot. I love it.
Gets around Rowe there. Rowe with a good recovery.
Is there anything Jane can't do so far? She's on both ends.
Yep, she got beat, good recovery, and then poked it out. Well, really, coaches love to see when you don't give up.
Very solid defending from Rowe, but I like what I'm seeing fresh into the game from Mia Phelps.
Ball in the box.
PCU with an opportunity to push up here, and look at Irving all alone, and I think they just could have tried to make that ball a little earlier. Irving was calling for it.
Good patience, and the runner came. Oh.
Just a little too heavy of a touch, but she stays with it.
What a ball back in there, Brandel.
Not a bad strike with her left foot. That was Gretchen Brandel.
And I'm listening to the crowd. They're saying a different name, maybe Jean, but we have Gretchen Brandel for number 10 for PCU.
We certainly do.
So we apologize if we don't have the right name here or if she has a nickname that we're unaware of.
Tula Smith getting it out to Lily Irving. Irving, it's a great combination with who we think is Gretchen Brandel.
Good little give and go attempt.
So it's still 1-0 PCU, and I gotta give them credit. They did not concede after scoring. They've settled the game down nicely, and they've kept doing their thing. Sometimes after going up a goal, things get a little frantic. They have not changed their play style, and I like that.
They've stayed locked in, very composed. We're 30 minutes into the first half, and they've had the majority of the possession, and just seem a little bit more to be winning the. Ooh. And Another foul on Tula Smith in the center there. 2 in a row for her. Referee made a good call there. Kind of lunged in.
Stay frosty, Dazer.
Lily Irving, this is probably the least surprising thing I've heard all day. She was 5A All-State for the LaSalle Falcons, causing a lot of havoc out there on the left wing for PCU.
I thought I recognized that name. My daughter plays for Hood River Valley High School, and I thought I recognized that name from some battles with LaSalle over the last few years. But yeah, no surprise there. LaSalle is a great program and is always a tough opponent to play against, both on the boys and girls side.
See if they can bring it down in the box, trying to play around with it. But PCU, they've just been really composed in the back. You've never really gotten a sense they've been out of sorts out there in the back line so far.
Yeah, no surprise, Janelle Rowe with the clearance there.
Good step up from Tara Sinsvoll. It's going to fall out to Emery Miller. Miller trying to get it to Reese Harrison, and she's just swarmed by red jerseys there, Zach.
There's just not much space in there for Reese right now. She's kind of on an island up there.
I love the 1-2 passing from PCU.
Ooh, and we got a 4v4 developed here.
Tula Smith, can she make a cut? That is a hard foul.
Big collision in the middle. Got some excitement from the crowd to our left here.
I have to say, I'm not sure I disagree that maybe that warranted a yellow card, but it's a state championship game. We want to
it's
be a little lenient.
I do think it's probably the first foul on FC Salmon Creek there, and maybe just a little conversation about state settle in, but
I don't like to use the word reckless because it was a timed and deliberate challenge, but it's a good set piece opportunity.
Yep. I think Tula Smith is very happy to take out some frustrations on a shot from 30 yards out. We'll see if she plays it in behind or how's it go.
Glad to see everyone get up there because when we have the hard shin-to-shin contact.
She's asked for 10.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to award some. Okay, they were just waiting for the ref, unless you're trying to pull a fast one there. But Tula Smith, I'd say she's going to go for this.
Crossbar challenge. I mean, you got a little bit of Brandley, goalkeeper for FC Salmon Creek, isn't super tall, and here we go with a run-up.
Smith with a strike. It's a good one, but did not challenge Williams. She's a solid GK.
Yeah, she looked completely nonplussed on catching that one. So,
when I played, I dabbled in keeper a little bit. Didn't go super well because I was mainly a forward, but my coach told me that just efficient movements as a goalkeeper is even more important than however tall you may or may not be. You just want to, you don't want to have to be diving all the time, because if you cover your ground well like Williams does, she makes it look easy.
Yeah, her positioning's good, and she reads the game well. Ooh, nice little touch by 41. Good few touches there by 41.
That's
PCU.
Breckler recently into the game, I think.
Yeah, that was nice control.
Jane Rowe over to Smith. Smith in the center mid tries to play it through, and that's not getting by Sinsvoll, who's gonna shield that out for a goal kick. I love the mics we have. We can hear the PCU coaches.
That was Coach Johnny trying to tell PCU to settle down a little bit, not be so direct, change the point of attack. So good moment to step in coaching when it's quiet. And
great job by our crew to put that down in the right place. Really cool to be able to hear that.
Pick that up.
Kimball gets her foot to it. Sinsvoll versus Kimball.
Kimball actually earns a goal, or earns a throw in there for PCU. Nice quick pressure.
Jane Rowe on the side. So we've got a great battle so far, just what we'd expect. Remember 3-2 in the group stage. PCU took it. There's a nice little turn from Gretchen Brandel.
Yeah, Brandel's been solid since she's come out. I've really enjoyed how she's just, lots of good touches, lots of clean touches, good patience on the ball, shows for it a lot.
Jane Rowe out to Smith. Smith wins a throw. She knocks that one off of Sinsvoll.
Yep. We have Kimball and Brandel up top for PCU have switched roles now. You have Kimball a little bit pushed further up. That's brought Tula Smith out a little bit further wide. So PCU shifting their lineup a little bit, maybe seeing something that on the field that we're not seeing from up here to try to expose some weaknesses on FC Salmon Creek.
Tara Sinsvoll plays for Skyview High School in Vancouver. where Salmon Creek is located. That's an ambitious header attempt right there from Amelia Wild, about 15 yards out.
Yeah, those are challenging, you know, and especially with a high ball that's coming down onto her as opposed to a driven ball in. But you know what? I like the idea. Oh, good turn by Reese again.
Harrison trying to get something going.
Good through ball.
Just so hard when you got Ibsen in the back. Right there.
Ibsen to Tula Smith and high school teammates. Just lots of good connection there. Out to Rowe here.
Jane Rowe hits Smith again. I like how comfortable PCU is composed on the ball, trying to play through the middle. Kimball with a good seal, but Sinsvall won that battle. Really like the aggression from Tara Sinsvall.
Yep, no, it's a good challenge, and just threw off Kimball a little bit there.
I like what I'm seeing from Lucy Kimball, David Douglas player.
Good header there into the stands. Luckily they were alert and got hands up.
Got to always be ready, whether you're on the pitch or not.
Probably heard that solid thump off of Reese Harrison's head there.
It's going to fall for Tess Ibsen. Ibsen cuts this back to other center back, and what a great patient play out of the back. And if they're not going to pressure Ibsen, she's going to take her time. I'd like to see a little more ball pressure from FC Salmon Creek, Zach.
Yeah, I think I was just going to talk about the possession and PCU creating their triangles and just, you know, these 1 and 2 touch passes. They're almost not even giving FC Salmon Creek a time up front to get that possession. And again, it almost feels like FC Salmon Creek has Harrison slightly isolated up there. They haven't quite figured out how to get some other numbers on to help her consistently.
And when you're down one, when you're up 1-0, pardon me, I think that PCU is content to play this style of game.
They seem to found their sweet spot, and Kimball going right through the defense there.
Kimball, but Sinsvall is tracking back. Kimball's got it pretty deep. She finds a cross in. Pressure stays on. Nothing dirty there.
Nope, just players coming together.
Gets it through to the middle. Kimball on her left.
Kimball
again,
right.
Tough angle, fires at Williams, and again, she just didn't have the angle.
And let's compliment Williams one more time. You know, just shifting across there for the first shot, and then stays on the post there for the second one, and just makes it even, you know, a tougher angle for Kimball there. But again, a little, you know, signs of more pressure coming from PCU there.
And I think she's got great awareness, knowing where she is between the pipes to cut off the angle there. Because a lot of times you can get caught out of position. I'm speaking for myself, what happened when I tried to play goalkeeper. Got caught out of position a lot, not Williams. She's making efficient plays in there, and she's got like 4 or 5 saves already.
Yeah, she's been busy. She's been solid. And again, we'll go back to the goal. She got a good, solid hand on the goal and almost pushed it right of the post, and, you know, push it into the side netting.
Tess Ibsen going to try to play this out. It's going to fall to the center back. Nice little touch there from Quinn Lundy. Like the patience from her. Let's see if Salmon Creek can try to play out of the back a little more.
There you go, Salmon Creek. There it is. Find the center.
Here's Mia Phelps.
Get it outside.
Phelps, can she find a cross? She finds a cutback. Now cross it in with her left. Harrison turns. Harrison, nowhere to go. That's great defending.
Yeah, nice skill by Harrison, but really, really patient from PCU not to dive in and bite.
I love what I've seen from Mia Phelps since she's come onto the pitch. I like how you think she's going to have a cross, and they're comfortable cutting it back to her left foot and generates a great opportunity. So Mia Phelps off the bench making a big impact for Salmon Creek.
And they've moved her from the left when she came into the right. Here comes Tess Ibsen out of the side, or out of the back, gets it out wide.
Kimball over the top.
Oh my, beautiful soccer by PCU.
Good save by Williams.
That is special to watch right there. That was really fun, and again, good save by Williams.
Brilliant football right there from PCU. I love the run with Ibsen. She's patient. She uses Kimball 1-2.
Yep, one touch into Brandel. Brandel with a nice little ball into the path of Ibsen, who kept her run going. That is fun to watch right there.
It could be 3-0 if it weren't for Williams right now. Addison Staples recently into the game for Salmon Creek. Staples almost on the ball there. Instead, it's one out.
Yeah, we're having a little tussle in the midfield right here, and good battle by both teams in the middle to try to get possession. Got a substitution, well-earned rest by Kimball jogging off. Number 60, she has played a very solid first, probably about 35, 40 minutes. Yeah, we are just about 40 minutes.
And I
fan favorite coming
yes,
on here.
that's what I was going to say. Big smile on her face. I love that because you were saying how, it's a big match, but you want to enjoy the moment too.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see who.
That is number 5, Haley Grismore, into the game for PCU. Haley Grismore.
Yeah. Good cheer for Haley. Who knows if there's a backstory there, maybe coming back from an injury or we don't really know. But that was fun to see the smile and the recognition from the fans.
Very good to see that.
And kudos to Kimball on the way off the field, man. She's been a very, very big force for PCU over here on the right wing.
They've frustrated Harrison quite a bit already. She's just having a tough time getting anything going because PCU's played it so well in the defense.
Yeah, this game's hard enough 1-on-1, 1-on-2, 1-on-3, which is what PCU's got.
That is a brilliant ball.
Good ball. Good cover. 26 comes over from PCU.
Lila Sjogren into the game for FC Salmon Creek, making the run there. I wish I could give credit to whoever made that pass. I didn't quite see, but it was a delightful ball.
Yeah. I'm with you. I missed a number on that one too, but good little quick turn and through ball to the outside winger.
It's going to fall out to Lila Sjogren. And it's going to be out for a throw for PCU. So PCU, I always ask this near the end of the half, how would you grade the side so far? Let's start with the team ahead, PCU.
I think PCU is going to be pleased with their performance. I do definitely think PCU is going to have wanted to at least get one more by Williams there, make it 2-0 at halftime, and I think they were looking at AA plus if it's 2-0 going into half. UFC Salmon Creek's got some work to do in the second half, but 1-0 is not a hard deficit to overcome. So I don't think they're going to feel it all out of it. They're just going to have to refocus, resettle in, and figure out how to get a little more pressure, a little more support up to Harrison up the front, and refocus her because she's a dangerous weapon when she can get her touches in.
Correction, Brandel controls it, gets this out wide. Back to Brandel. Brandel in the middle. Can they switch it, PCU?
Yeah, the switch is on over here to Rowe. Let's see if it happens. Oh, yes, well done. Played out.
Always nice when you can just drop to Tess Ibsen.
Yeah, I feel more relaxed when Tess is on the ball.
There's something about her. If you just look at her composure on it, she just looks like she's going through a nice little stroll through the park.
Yeah, the blood pressure hasn't raised up much for Tess throughout this first half, which is awesome to see.
Can they switch it to Rowe on the far side? Instead, they're going to play this through to Eleanor Brecker. And I think this is going to go out for a throw. Does stay in, and they win a throw.
Yeah, that was nice by PC. Just some composed passing up, in and out, probing, and down the line there. Just about 3 minutes left in the first half here. Throw in for PCU.
And if you're Salmon Creek, as you mentioned, the deficit isn't bad at all. It's just that you got to try and generate more because PCU is a little bit kind of having their way so far.
Yeah, we have Reese Harrison, they're forward up here for, hold on that thought. Forward up here for FC Salmon Creek, and the nearest player is 25 to 30 yards away. So, and they haven't been able to close that gap quickly enough to get her the support she could use.
And we are going to have a corner, and we know that Jane Rowe, again, she delivered a great ball in her first corner. She's also the goal scorer for PCU.
Apologize, I may have called her Janella a few minutes ago, but Jane Rowe there, and she is on the ball as well. Brandel's out there also.
And I think it is going to be, makes sense for an in-swinging corner from Rowe here. This time from the other side, as she did last time. It's another great corner right towards the penalty area.
Yeah.
Really nice delivery from Jane Rowe.
Referee caught that one pretty cleanly. Tula looked like she came in with a little bit of a raised arm, and FC Salmon Creek earned that free kick. Don't think there's anything malicious, but definitely contact.
Mm-hmm. As we're in the final minute or so of the first half. Don't imagine there'll be a ton of stoppage time in this first half.
And Again, compliments to our officiating crew. They've had a little more work to do as the half's gone on, but have been right on top of it, and this game's had a nice flow to it.
Grismore got her first touch. That was one out by Amelia Wild.
Yeah, I like what Amelia Wild's done. And I mean, she came in for Lily Irvin, who's been dynamic over there, and there's been no drop off. Like she's attacking on that wing, keeping the ball. They're a little bit different players, but it's been a nice balance this PCU team has.
Webster fires this up to Brecker. Brecker out wide to Rowe. Rowe, what a nice little combination with Grismore, but well read that time by Addison Staples of Salmon Creek. Ibsen being pressured by Harrison. That's a great little flick by Brecker. Brecker picks her head up. Grismore on the ball. Salmon Creek wins it out. Falls a row.
What I like about PCU at this point is there always seems to be an outlet for them. That you look up and they're able to find the red jerseys and the red socks of a teammate who's usually pretty open, and if not, they've had the skill or composure to create a little space for themselves.
Falls out to Tula Smith. Tula Smith gets around a defender. Nice little piece of skill from Tula. Brecker on the ball. PCU in no rush. They're just playing around with it, and their opponents have.
Yep, good possession, good clean touches. Lots of people showing. Again, going back to, us soccer coaches love our triangles.
And that is the first half, and we see a big cheer from the PCU crowd. No reason for them not to really like that first half, but it's 1-0 between PCU, and who leads 1-0 over FC Salmon Creek, and we've already talked about going in what teams' adjustments should or should not be made. But one thing that I want to note is that we've hardly called the name of PCU's keeper, Greta Dazer, other than the first minute of the game where she got her hands on it. I'm not sure she's touched the ball.
Yeah, she had the first one-handed grab and in literally the first probably 20 seconds, and other than that, there hasn't been a lot of pressure on her. So PCU is going to be happy with that. I believe it's Tess Ibsen in front of her who's controlled so much of the ball out of the back for PCU. So that's been really nice to take the pressure off the goalkeeper. She's going to feel really good with that back three, back four in front of her.
I think if you're FC Salmon Creek, one of the things that they're going to like is the production of Mia Phelps off the bench. She created some good opportunities. I like how comfortable she is going to her left foot, getting the crosses in, working from the wing, and she's gotten some good setups with Reese Harrison, who did not have a bad first half. I think that PCU's defense is just kind of frustrating Salmon Creek's offense a little bit, but I think if you can get Phelps going and then Harrison with some good shields in towards the box, they got an opportunity to, of course, equalize, but I think it'll likely be through Harrison, but who knows?
Yeah, like you said, and we highlighted a little bit earlier, Harrison is a good player up there, but she's a little bit isolated, and it's always hard 1v2, 1v3, and the coaches highlighted her ability to run in behind the defense. PCU hasn't allowed her that opportunity. PCU's got her with her back to goal, and that just allows more defenders to get around her when she has to do moves to create that space. So kudos to PCU there, and FC Salmon Creek. I'm sure we see family affair coaches, coach, daughter, and dad over here discussing tactics in front of us.
I was going to say I love how Coach Tina Frimpong working with her daughter Mackenzie. You see, I don't know exactly what she's saying. I wish we could pick up on the mic over there, but it's fun to watch, and you know that she's coaching it up right now.
Yeah, they're seeing the same things we are. I mean, PCU has a very composed team and lots of possession, and they're obviously talking about how to get a little more pressure on the ball, how to get Harrison a little more support, and how to get that goal to get back into the game here.
I think for PCU, if you're the coaching staff right now, is the message more or less just keep playing our game, don't panic in the second half when you're ahead?
Man, I always have a tough time modulating my message to my teams in the half when they've played a good half and they're up 1-0 and they're doing so many good things. You kind of want to find that sweet spot of like, okay, here are the positives, but here's where we have to grow even more, because I don't want to sound unfair, but as dominant as that first half was for PCU, it is 1-0. You know, they haven't, and they've threatened, but nothing has looked like, oh, that almost went in. You know, so I think that's going to be where I would be. You know, Coach Webster and Coach Johnny over there are engaged in coaching, and I think that's where I'm at. Is like, okay, good stuff. That half's done. Now it's 45 minutes more, and we have to find the next level. We have to get another goal. It's super important to get that next goal, and then, you know, and then keep playing, keep the pressure on.
Yeah, and I like the depth that PCU showed. They were comfortable. I mean, Rosaline Sandell, she didn't even play the last 20 or so minutes of the first half, and she's their leading scorer. They also took off Lucy Kimball, who worked her butt off over here on the right wing and made a huge difference. They were comfortable taking some of their star players out.
And Lily Irvin on the left side. And as they came in, we had Brandel come in for Rose up top, and we said Brandel's name a dozen times. She was very active and very clean on the ball, and brought a little bit of a different set of abilities than Rose has. She maybe doesn't have the getting behind speed, but her showing to the ball is strong. Her first touch is really clean, and her link-up play allowed PCU just to really keep the ball and be very, very composed.
I think you made a really good point. It had been so long, I'd almost forgotten that Lily Irving hadn't even been on the pitch for the last 20 minutes, and she's clearly one of the star players out here. So I think that obviously with Salmon Creek you can make adjustments as well, but it'll be comfortable for PCU to get their starting 11 back out there, but knowing that they have the depth to kind of go to their bench.
And you know, Lily Irvin, we talked about her during the first 20-25 minutes. Then we said Amelia Wild over and over and over. So the coaches for PCU really highlight on this. We ask, well, who are your star players? And they're like, you know, guys, we feel really confident with the 15, 16 girls who are rostered here. Anyone who's come in is knows their role, excels at the role, and does a good job. And we saw that in the first half.
So 1-0 at halftime. We're going to take a very quick break. Be back in a couple of minutes for the start of the second half in this state cup between PCU and FC Salmon Creek.
Coming in here? Drive this down. Nope, I'm a physical therapist, man. I'm with you. You got it.
You want to sit on a blanket?
How are you, darling?
They're looking quite good. Oh, really? Yeah, I did. It's unfortunate. No,
When they left, they left together? No, they didn't left. They were got on the porch.
yeah. Manoli didn't work over it. This is Tualatin Hills Cleveland. Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. Are you ready to get back on the pitch? Yeah. Good.
Go PCU!
All right, so Zach, you were first of all, welcome back to Tualatin Hills Rec Center. We're about to kick off the second half, 1-0 PCU over Salmon Creek. Zach, you were just talking one of PCU's directors, and I just got to say I'm impressed with how Portland City United has developed the last decade or so. I was playing for FC Portland, and they were a big name, but it seems like they've really grown since this time.
Yeah, you know, I don't directly quote me on this. A great thing to say when you're on air, but I believe PCU, with their competitive and their recreation program, have the most active players in the state of Oregon. And I was just talking to Jeff Inquist, who also happened to be my college coach out at Pacific University, and what a great job he's done building staff there. And Timmy Copeland, who has been Jeff's right-hand man for, goodness, 20 years. I don't know how Timmy does it, but kudos to him. But just a really good club who consistently produces very good players, top-level teams, and starts at the rec level, and then, you know, all the way up. They just have consistent success.
So not a surprise as we get ready to start the second half to see both Lily Irving and Rosaline Sandell back on the pitch after being nice and rested now.
We love you, Johnny!
Yeah, looks like PCU has kind of got the starters back on. I don't see Tula Smith in the middle there. Maybe give her a little extended break. Oh, nope, there she is. She just was hidden behind Rosaline there. So it'll be interesting, and I think something will be fun to watch develop the second half. See if FC Salmon Creek has to commit some more numbers to the attack, and what that does to the structure of this game. Is PCU going to be able to get in behind and use Rose's speed and use Lily's speed? And here's Kimball right off the bat.
Kimball on the right side has a cross in the middle. Sandell falls for her, but Williams with the take, and it was just a little bit out of the reach of Rosaline Sandell. But right off the bat, PCU starting off with a bang in the second half. They lead it 1-0 already.
Yeah, that goal on that side has had action in the first 20 seconds, both at the start of the game and the start of the second half.
I was about to say that. It looked very similar. On the ball is Tula Smith. Smith with a turn gets this one out to Lucy Kimball. Kimball taking on Sinsvall, who knocks this one out for a throw. But again, I think PCU is content to just kind of slow it down and have possession with this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I think they have to be a little bit wary of not to become complacent. That can happen, and I think if they do, 13, Reese, is it Harrison? Do I have that last name right? Reese Harrison,
yep.
For FC Salmon Creek will punish them. I mean, we've already seen the skill that she has, and she's going to be more motivated the second half to get her team on the board.
Now, I don't see PCU becoming complacent. They're a well-disciplined, well-coached team. Sandell gets this down to Rowe, the goal scorer. Sandell, cut back. Good patience on the ball. And as I said, there's no over sense of urgency, but that's a little dangerous right there in Salmon Creek. Let's see if they can capitalize.
And right through to
hit the back of Ibsen.
Tara Ibsen hasn't set a foot wrong and takes one off the numbers there to slow down a promising counterattack, and then wins a one-on-one duel and slows it down and keeps possession.
Dispossesses Sophia Maddox right there.
Oh, good first touch there. It's number 11. I can't remember her name, but she's back on.
That would be Melville. Sadie Melville gets this one out wide to Lucy Kimball.
Good give and go.
Melville, can she have a strike? Caught in possession right there.
Looked like Melville maybe wanted Kimball to make a little bit of a run that Kimball thought Melville was maybe going to goal.
Lily turns. She's got a tough angle here, but Lily Irving, now can she get across him with her left? She's going to cut it back to her right. Into the box, across the face of goal. Too heavy of a touch, but Rowe couldn't quite finish. Almost had her second goal of the match.
You know, we've got to recognize Rowe for that late run. I think she wants that first touch back, but great late run. Got there quickly, just a little heavy on the touch.
Almost had her second, and the offsides flag has come up here as they threaded that one through to Rowe, who's all over the pitch right now on the offensive end.
Rowe got her first goal and still feeling it. Decided to stay in there and see if she could get another one, but really good late run from her, arriving at the top of the box late. It took a little bit of a heavy first touch, but didn't quite go Frank Lampard style and just hit it first time.
And if you're PCU, that's a good goal kick. This is the perfect start to the second half that you envisioned.
Yeah, good talk by the coaches to keep them on task, keep them motivated, and playing their game.
Bringing that one down was Goldsend. Goldsend's done good work.
Really good clean turn there.
Picks her head up, does Goldsend. Can she get it out wide? Now she cuts to the middle. Tries to thread that one through. I like the run from Goldsend. I really do.
Yeah, I would have license to do that, and well played by we had number 8. Jolene Webster to cover her space as Goldson went forward. You always like to see that. Again, that goes back to the discipline and the well-coached team who know the roles. All right, FC Salmon Creek. Let's get a good toehold in this second half and see if they can get some chances.
Sinsval did well, but dispossessed by Sandell. Sandell, what aggression. Picks her head up, dispossessed, but good pressure, and PCU is going to keep it on here. Falls back to Sandell, who's going to drop to the back line. It's a good turn.
Good first touch by Sadie. Number 11 gets into space, still going.
Melville, she's got Rose to her left. Can she have a cross? This should be a corner. It is.
Well called by our AR over there, all over it.
And look who's coming up. Tess Ibsen from the back. She's going to park herself right at the edge of the 18.
Yeah, FC Salmon Creek has the height advantage here, but Jane Rowe has played in some good balls, and we'll see if Ibsen is probably who she's targeting here. Tallest player on PCU at the moment.
Jane Rowe, we know she's good with the corner. Here's another brilliant one.
Oh, Williams well out. Great punch.
Pressure's still on. That really was a great punch, as you mentioned, from Williams.
She's not a big human, and that was a really strong, great punch getting to that ball first.
That's great aggression and a great dispossession from Goldsend, who's had a really good start to the half. Irving on the right side. Can she send Rowe?
Oh, that was Kimball. Irving's over here in front of us. Kimball and Irving both.
There we go.
Both speedy wingers. we had Irving on that other side.
My apologies to Kimball.
Whole first half.
Sandell, could she be in?
Good first touch.
Kimball sends this one across.
Oh.
There's nothing there.
PCU coaches don't tend to agree with that exact call, but referee waved them off, and we're playing.
And I like the no call there.
We're back in.
I like the activity so far from Elena Goldsend here in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know if we didn't notice her first half because she was on the other side of the field or if there was a substitution, but she's had a good start.
Winning a throw is Tula Smith. Grant General's going to hand this one off to Goldsend. That's a good step up.
Webster.
McKenna Flynn.
Webster from PCU creating a little pressure and winning the ball back.
Yeah, I liked Jolene Webster. She's flown under the radar a little bit, but she's had a really solid game so far.
Yeah, she's held down that center really well as kind of a 6 in there and allowed Tula Smith and Jane Rowe to actually really influence the game. So we always need to highlight those players who do the dirty work, and we don't always see them.
Sandell with the drop. Here's Tula Smith, 15 in the middle. Finds Old Reliable in the back, Ibsen.
I mean, PCU's possession game just keeps having FC Salmon Creek drop deeper and deeper and deeper. So
it's exactly how you want to play with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
They'd love to find a second, though. It takes a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah, again, I just don't know how for FC Salmon Creek. There's you have Reese Harrison, such a force up here, but it's 1v2 at the minimum, or and Webster will drop back to make it 1v3 very quickly before the FC Salmon Creek players can get on to support and help her out. So it's that pressure and that possession from PCU that just keeps FC Salmon Creek a little more tucked in, and they just can't get out right now.
Tula Smith being pressured a little bit up top by McKenna Flynn. Irving cuts into the middle. Out to their center midfielder, Tula Smith.
Changes it to Kimball there. See what Kimball does. Kimball's been very, very willing to take players on.
Kimball into the middle. This should win a corner, and it does. So Lucy Kimball winning a corner kick.
Just about 10 minutes in, and I think you already nailed it. This is exactly how PCU wanted this second half to start.
She's been brilliant on the corner, has Jane Rowe. I like the set piece they have in the corner. This falls for Irving. Couldn't quite get it down into the hands of Williams. If you can get a clean strike on that, different story, but that's a tough one with a bouncing ball.
Let's highlight Williams again. Right in the right. I mean, that ball was on target. Williams is just right there, right where she needed to be. So, good footwork, good instincts.
Good turn from Harrison. Let's see if she can get something going.
All right, Salmon Creek, keep the ball for a minute or two.
And it's like the old announcer's jinx.
Shoot, sorry there, ladies. Just trying to get a little possession and let some players. They had some numbers there, so that was good to see. Let's see more of that from FC Salmon Creek as the game progresses.
And they just can't. I'd say possession's like 70-30 right now, if it, maybe even more like 80-20.
Yeah, PCU's really making this difficult.
Irving blows right by Sjogren. And I think that's off of Irving.
Yeah. Good defense. Number 9 came over for FC Salmon Creek.
There's Quinn Lundy.
Also wanted to talk about Hazel McIntosh at the back here. She's done a really good job on Reese Harrison starting the second half.
Goal kick towards the side coming our way. It's going to stay in play. Trying to send Harrison down the line. And you just highlighted McIntosh, who's doing a good job back there.
All right. Let's get some numbers to join into FC Salmon Creek here. They've got to throw in deep in PCU territory.
I can tell that you coach, Zach. It's coming out right now. Sjogren's going to throw this one in. I like they're keeping the ball a little bit, and that's just – oh, no, it's actually not a bad send towards the back post.
Sjogren, good little look. And let's remember, this is an 8th graders playing with mostly juniors and sophomores, and just love that, way to play up and way to hold your own out here.
Of course, talking about Lila Sjogren.
Their teammates were really excited to point out that she was in 8th grade. That was a cute moment before the game. They were.
She was almost embarrassed to be highlighted.
I'm sure she loves that we're talking about her, but she.
Great future ahead, just an 8th grader playing at this level. Harrison's got it on the right side. Harrison, brilliant cut. Left-footed cross, good deflection.
A little body language frustration there by Harrison. It is tough. She is, great turn, great cut, as you said, and then right away another PCU, another red jersey in her way.
They're just making it look easy with these 1-2 triangles. Ooh, almost. You got to be careful with the spikes up right there.
Yeah, the referee was all over. He went ahead and play on, but we'll see if he comes back and has a word. That was a little late.
Ibsen, the first mistake she's had in Harrison.
There to pounce.
That's the first thing Ibsen has done wrong all day.
Yeah, and Harrison, well done, Harrison. That should get the spirits up a little bit. She's had to put in a lot of work, but 1v2, 1v3 is just a challenge. But a nice shot on target and good save by our PCU goalkeeper, Greta Dazer.
Letting us know that she still exists, even though she hasn't done a whole lot. She's ready when her name is called.
And our first yellow card. Tula Smith on the far side there, just a little late, breaks down a promising attack. And I think the referee in the end of the first half had a little word with Tula, just said, you're getting close, and stuck to his word.
Yep. So, how do you change your play style, if at all, now that you're on a yellow?
Yeah, I don't. Having had my fair share of yellow and red cards, I don't know if I change a whole lot. I really don't. I just am a little more aware of my body position and my time.
Promising ball into the center, header towards goal. Dazel's there.
Good save. I think it might have come off one of our own teammates' head, but we've highlighted Williams on the other side. Dazel was right there. Good position and good touch. Yeah, I always try to stay locked in after my yellow cards and just be a little more patient on my timing of my tackles, I would say.
Irving, man, she's so comfortable blowing down the line. Gets it over to her preferred right. Sandeline in the middle. She's so strong in the middle, is Sandeline, with a shield off there. Dangerous stuff here from PCU.
Yeah, Kimball with a good crash. I didn't think she was going to get there, and she just put enough pressure to earn the corner kick for PCU there. So Jane Rowe comes forward to take the corner kick from our near side corner here. In swinging.
Already highlighted it multiple times, but Rowe, she gets really good height on her corners, and she places it right into the heart of the box.
PCU's lined up at the back post, a little different setup here.
It's another beauty from Rowe. Can someone get a you got to attack, just get a head on it. Sends it in. That's not a bad effort from Sandeline right there.
Wow. Kind of just out of nothing there, bouncing ball, and she got on it, and good strike. Yeah, as a coach, you don't like to see the ball bounce.
No.
Bounce at the edge of the 6 on a corner kick. Jane Rowe just put in another nice ball, and the runs were just a little, just not quite where they needed to be.
Because she really is so consistent on those deliveries, and if you can just get someone heading it right near the penalty area, even a little closer in, those balls are, it's just a great opportunity if you get solid connection to find the back of the net. Rowe is the goal scorer for PCU. And she steps up here. Tries to poke it out for Irving. And Irving just a little too aggressive there. Drawing the foul was 8th grader Lila Sjogren.
Yeah, well done by Sjogren there. Way to get a good first touch and under some high pressure. Gets her team out of a tight spot. I feel like we're talking a lot about PCU here, and we just want to remind everyone it is only 1-0.
It's only 1-0.
This is still a very, very tight game. Salmon Creek just needs one little break.
They held the back there against Sandeline, who made a pretty strong run. Takes a deflection. Here's Harrison. Harrison, can she get some support now?
Good hold-up play, good turn.
She needs some support, though. She can't do it all by herself, especially with Ibsen right there.
Yeah, you got Ibsen and McIntosh who are 1-2 in her, and it's just hard. It's just hard. Those are two good defenders, and Harrison had a great hold-up play, great turn there, and got her on McIntosh, and there's Ibsen. Who's still going.
Ibsen gets this one out wide for Irving. Irving with the cross in. Oh, it falls for Ibsen. Could she get it to her right? Lay it off now. Ibsen with her left gets a shot up, and it's denied. Oh, good patience there. Tula Smith, and that's right into the arms of Williams.
Williams again, good position, good footwork. That was nice to see by Ibsen getting forward.
I was going to say, against other keepers, it's not a bad idea. Just against Williams, she's so comfortable handling that.
And really fun before the game. She kind of took the team spokesman role when we were asking the team some questions.
You kind of put him on the spot there, Zach. Who wants to talk?
And she stood right up and gave some great answers and was very polite and well spoken. So glad to see her having a big game as well.
Salmon Creek, it was great talking to them before the game. Coach Frimpong, Ellertson, just the whole team in general, and they found a way to stay in this. They lost 3-2 in the group stage to PCU. Been a much more defensive game today. Flying through, knock it out is McKenna Flynn. And we're going to have a substitution. We see some Pardon me?
Ava Wishard coming off, number 29 for FC Salmon Creek.
Joe Frimpong, father of Tina Ellertson, giving her some final instructions before she comes in.
Good idea there by FC Salmon Creek. Just a little bit of a missed touch. Good recovery. Oh.
Irving's going to say
picks that up
thank you.
at full speed. Kimball tucked in there, and Irving played the back post ball on that one. Just not a bad ball at all. They just had the signals crossed. Good give and go there.
Want to point out that Joe Frimpong played for the Ghanaian national team.
Oh, wonderful.
He made 11 caps, found the net for international soccer. So it really is a family affair.
And he's the director of coaching for FC Salmon Creek, and Tina Frimpong Ellertson's their head coach, and her daughter McKenna is their assistant coach. So
Mackenzie, she played.
Oh,
yeah,
excuse me, Mackenzie.
Yeah. She played, as WSU, which we were talking about, rival to her mom. She wasn't too happy about.
Yeah. There's still some hard feelings for her going to be a Coug over her mom who played at University of Washington Huskies.
So good run. Can Salmon Creek get numbers forward? PCU wanted to push off there. Uh-oh, and I have officially lost my roster sheets, fellas. Alva gave me an uh-oh, and he was right. Well,
the wind here, we didn't bring enough paperweights or rocks or something.
Here's a run forward from PCU. Trying to get it in the middle with her left foot. It's going to go a little too far. Well, back to the drawing board for Zach and I.
That was Sadie Millville, number 11. She had a good run forward, and just a little bit too much on the pass.
And I see where it landed in the bushes. Alva, I wouldn't waste your time. You're not getting into there. It is in the prickly bushes. So I appreciate. For the next game, I will.
Yeah, we're all right. We're all right. We can.
Well, that is a blooper in the broadcast booth, and it happens in a State Cup second half. 1-0 game. Good 1-2, trying to play that out.
So we should be about 20 minutes in, so I'll be interested to see if PCU follows suit, and about 25 minutes in pulls some subs on in the second half. And again, there was next to zero drop, and it just changed the PCU attack a little bit. Not in a quality way, it just changed how they approach the game.
Smith now with a drop to Tess. Ibsen. And they're playing around in the back. They got Goldson on the left.
That's McIntosh at the back there.
Hazel McIntosh, indeed.
Tula Smith then finds Goldson again, and lots of space to run into.
Now she's got Irving with her to her left, and she makes the great pass out to Irving. Good ball.
Nice coverage by number 9 on FC Salmon Creek. Really well read there. Figure out who number 9 is.
Quinn Lundy.
Yep, said her. I've called her twice now, and you've gotten the name both times. So that's good coverage.
Smith let it bounce an extra time, and now she's going to do a little fake cut to the outside. Now get it back into the middle. Kimball, can she turn? Lucy Kimball. Back out to Irving.
Absolutely no knock on Irving. I'd like to see PCU be. Ooh, good shot by Irving. I'd like to see PCU continue to get it out there to Kimball. She has been a dynamic force on the right wing, and we're spending a lot of time on the left. So we heard the coaches talk about switching the point of attack in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear that yell again pretty soon.
And I'm not trying to be nitpicky here, but I'd like to see Kimball try and go far post with that one. She tried to go near post with, even if it had been on target. Williams has that one covered all day. So try to challenge your far post a little bit there, because Kimball did great work.
Kimball or Irvin?
Irving, pardon me, Irving. Irving did great. Irving did great work.
Nice header there by Tula Smith.
Smith cuts it out.
Smith is just super composed.
Irving is on sides here.
Ball.
Irving with a ball into the box. Kimball tried to bring it down.
Williams there for cleanup.
Now, how much time do we have in this one, Zach? Because we're starting to get to that point where you got to know.
Yeah, we're just about 25 in, so
Okay.
22-ish
And
left.
Alva has proven me wrong.
Saves the day and got the rosters out of the bramble bushes.
I'd love to get the notice on how he got that, because it was right in the thick of it, literally and metaphorically.
Well done, Alva. Thank you, sir.
Alva going above and beyond today. He's done a fantastic job, and he has just added to it by retrieving my roster sheet off of a terrible commentator error. So I'm going to have 2 hands now, as Alva has saved the day here in the second half. So 1-0 PCU, Salmon Creek.
Salmon Creek with a little bit of pressure here. I like to see it.
I still can't believe you pulled that one off.
There's a good defensive effort there by Sadie Melville on the right wing back position. But FC Salmon Creek with the ball deep in PCU territory. See if they can get a shot on target. Get a little pressure.
They got it. Can Harrison get it? And this is going to go out. It's a corner kick. Is this the first corner of the game for FC Salmon Creek?
They had one in the first half. It's definitely the first.
It's the second.
Yep,
Okay, yep.
Definitely the first of the second half here. I got Reese Harrison on the ball here.
1-0 PCU.
And FC Salmon Creek does have the height advantage. Oh.
Great ball, and it almost goes in the middle. A chance for Salmon Creek. It was a scramble in the box.
Wow, off the crossbar there by Reese Harrison on the corner,
Oh.
looking for the Olympico.
That would have been quite the equalizer.
Ooh. Ooh.
And now PCU can take a breath.
Inches away. What a ball there. She just whipped that in over the top, right on top of Dazer, who did her best, but just couldn't get in there. Ooh.
I never took corner kicks, so I don't know how hard it is to score off one, but I can't imagine it's easy, Zach.
No, that's a, and she hit that with pace too. It wasn't lofted in there. She
No.
whipped that ball in there.
Sandaline with a turn.
Sandaline just flicked the ball into number 14's face on accident, but boy, that was a solid kick on Maya Elise Fetka. I said that right.
Lucy Kimball on her right, and Williams just great positioning again.
So Kimball took a knock early in this second half, and she's been nursing that right knee a little bit, and I'll be interested to see. I mean, here and
Well, right as you say that, Zach,
Yeah.
here's some activity on the bench.
on cue. Let's see if she's one of the players who comes out, though. You know, that'll be interesting.
Oh, that's just great job to win the ball there from Jolene Webster.
Webster just steady game. Again, Jane Rowe stepping up. Seen a little bit of frustration from Harrison. Just again, this is a hard game. Hard enough with 1v1, much less 1v2, 1v3.
Gonna get Kimball there. I like the physicality though, even if they do call her for a foul. And I'm curious to see if Lucy's going to be coming off. And yes, Lucy Kimball, as you said, she is gimping a little gimpy, I should say.
Yeah, she just got in on a tackle early in the second half that just seemed to tweak her knee a little bit, and has not been quite as dynamic. And yeah, we'll just see.
What a tough player, though. I've really liked Lucy Kimball's game today.
And I think that's Gretchen Brandel.
Indeed it is, who had a really good first half when she came in. Good run from Harrison, gives this one off. And Goldsand able to take it away. It will be a throw for Salmon Creek.
Goldsand has had a very, very solid half for PCU on this left wing back area. Good possession by FC Salmon Creek.
Harrison, she has 2 girls on her, though. Can she lay this one off and not in time before Smith takes it away? Irving on the left wing. Lily Irving. Oh, great composure from Lila, the 8th grader there to take that away.
Nice patience.
They do get it back, though, to PCU. Gretchen with her first touch in the second half. Gretchen Brandel.
Tula Smith slows it down comfortably in the middle there, finds Tess Ibsen, and just again, the composure showing through, oozes from those two.
State champions with the Grant Generals. Sandell on the right. Good standing tackle.
So a little interesting change in tactics. Sandell has swung out to the right where Lucy Kimball was playing, and Brandell has taken more of the 9 central attacking role. So you sub off Lucy Kimball and put Sandell out there. No rest for the wicket on the left wing for FC Salmon Creek.
Melville's going to get a rest, and coming in is number 16, Amelia Wild. And they're going to have an in-swinger, which makes sense. So a lefty's going to take this.
I think that's Brandel out there taking this one.
Little short, but it's going to go back out
right
to
back
her.
To return to sender.
And this is a much better hit this time.
Ball.
Yeah, no, as you said, much better ball on the second opportunity. Gave her team a great chance.
Yeah, you like that ball to come back when everyone just gets to recycle the run. You just ping it in again, do it right over. Then we have a corner kick on the other side. I think it's Amelia Wild taking it. Jane Rowe has been taking most of these, but she's shifted more to a defensive role at the moment. Still an in-swinger. Oh, good ball.
Good punch, too, from Williams.
I've been really impressed by Williams. Yeah, I've been really impressed by Williams. That's a good punch. That was a tough ball right in on top of her. She's not the tallest of humans, and there's a lot of big girls right around her, taller girls around her, and she handled it well and then got herself repositioned again for the next shot.
I like what I saw that time from Amelia Wild. A lot of times you'll see sail that, and she didn't. She kept it on the ground, just in that area where Williams got on the rebound
follow-up shot.
Yep,
absolutely.
Follow-up shot.
Good point.
Yeah, drive.
Gold sand.
You can hear that loud and clear right by our on-field microphones. That was kind of cool.
Great communication by PCU. Ooh, good idea, but Sinswall able to knock that one away.
Tula Smith earning a substitution. Maybe that's a little bit of thought with the yellow card under the belt. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? You don't want to go down to 10.
Nope.
But I think also this might have been planned anyways. And welcome back into the game, Eleanor Brecker.
Yeah, and Brecker played very well when she came on the first half. So again, the quality across the board for this PCU team. There's not a huge dip. I mean, Tula Smith.
There's no one who hasn't had a good game.
Yeah, Tula Smith is a fantastic center midfielder, but as we said,
showing their depth. Another in-swinger from Brandel. Great corner from Brandel. Right into the middle. Williams got a punch to it. Danger not clear. Man, there have been so many corner opportunities from PCU, Zach, that this game, they could have had more in the back of the net right now.
Yeah, that was Williams did good to get a hand on it, but it didn't clear it, so it still stayed a dangerous position. I think that one floated on her a tiny bit more than she expected.
Williams says, give me that. About 15 and change left with stoppage time, of course. Harrison is triple teamed. She needs some support. Good standing tackle that time from Brecker.
All right.
And PCU wins it. Tess Simpson places it at her feet. Wouldn't be surprised if she tried to really send this one deep, and she does just that, and a really good delivery. Over the top, can Rose get there?
Yeah, you don't like to see that ball bounce in the box if you're at Salmon Creek. They've done well to recover from it. That's a dangerous, lots of space in front of Goldsend here.
Good layoff, good patience.
Brandel gets it on her left, preferred left.
Sending it in is Irving, takes a header deflection.
Quinn Lundy, good little flick over. And another corner kick for PCU.
I haven't been counting, but I'd have to imagine this is 9 or 10.
Yeah, I think I was trying to keep track, and I think we're up to about 9 here.
And Gretchen will not be in a hurry to take this. Her team leads 1-0. PCU About 14-ish minutes away from a state title, but it's only 1-0.
1-0. FC Salmon Creek has got some good opportunities. We had the ball off the crossbar.
That is a very high, great corner towards the back post. Getting ahead on it was that Ibsen or Rose? I couldn't
think
tell.
it was Rose on that one on the back post. Not the tallest person, but that was a tough corner all the way to the back post. Whipped in there by, I think it's Brandel.
Uh-huh. Ouch. She does bring it down though.
Free kick earned by little hands out by Brandel there, little handsy on the back. So.
Gretchen gets her head on it. Brandel sends it through to Rose. What a moment this is, but Williams has it.
Well done, Williams. Well read. Off her line quickly. Made it look easy on that one. That could have been more dangerous than it was. Woo. Webster again with a nice touch to keep that ball. Kind of Flynn from FC Salmon Creek taking a little kick.
Ooh. And Irving backed off, but her defender had it covered.
So you can kind of feel the tension from both sets of fans rising here as it is only 1-0. We're in the final 10, 12 minutes.
Gretchen, or pardon me, now here is Eleanor. Rose, what a chest down! This could be 2, and she's just put it wide.
Really good chest trap in the toe poke. From our view, that looked like it could as easily just snuggled in on the near post as go wide.
She did the hard part. She brought it down. She's going to want that back because it was just a fantastic touch off the chest. Oof. She had a hat trick in the semifinals, did Sandville. Very good work from Emery Miller.
Yeah, Emery Miller has been good in the middle for FC Salmon Creek, and just again playing against some really, really solid players from PCU. Made her job really difficult.
Tess cuts this back, Tess Ibsen. Now here's Goldsend, who's had a fantastic game.
That's a really wonderful play out of the pressure by Ibsen, McIntosh, and Goldsend there. Just set up a nice triangle, third man runner, and they're out. Whoop.
Ooh, giveaway, but they can't keep it.
Webster's right there, cleans it up.
That's a hard challenge.
Rose did well, get her body there, and as soon as she felt the challenge, went ahead, went down, and got the free kick. That's just fine. Fans are excited about it, but foul, free kick in a good area.
Yep.
They get a goal off this. Rose will be very happy with that.
1-0 PCU leads.
About 10 minutes left, free kick, about on the right wing. Brandel's going to swing this in. Left footer. Looking probably to whip it across the 6. Williams has been coming off her line quickly here, so.
This is a great angle for a lefty right here.
Mm-hmm.
Who can get ahead to it? Touch on, off the post and in! Irving provides the knockout blow. 2-0 PCU.
Looks like a big hill to climb right now for FC Salmon Creek. Great ball by Brandel, and Irving was most driven to get on into that right foot. A little kiss off the post, and in it goes.
Lily Irving provides the huge second goal. Good touch and a great delivery. Give the assist to Gretchen.
Don't get lazy, Red. Put on the gas.
So we have approximately 9 minutes left right now, plus some extra time. Mia Phelps on the kickoff here for FC Salmon Creek has to redo. You don't always see that. Just took a first touch and then played it. Trying to get it back and play quickly.
So Gretchen Brandel with a brilliant assist. And Irving finished it.
good attempted give and go. Just ran a little far. Goldson was almost got a touch on it.
Lila Sjogren will throw this one in. 2-0 now, PCU.
Into Reese Harrison. And again, just two bodies right there, two PCU defenders. I mean, I think they probably did their homework and said, hey, let's not let her have any space and see if someone else can beat us from FC Salmon Creek.
Salmon Creek would love to make things interesting here by finding one back.
Oh, that's a great,
she's on sides.
Lily Irvin again, great ball by Brandel again.
She's in. Can she put it? Finishing touches on deflected to Rose. Puts the follow-up, and it's a goal. Rose Sandeline, and now it really is all over. 3-0.
Really, really, really nice play out of the back by Webster and number 41 from PCU.
Good initial save from Williams.
Yeah, great initial save by Williams. Brecker and Webster started that, got it to Brandel. Brandel found Lily Irvin on a great run, got him behind, and then great save by Williams to keep it alive. But Rose was quickest on the follow-up. Makes it 3-0. About 8 minutes left. Two quick goals by PCU.
So as you said, 3-0 now, and Zach, they've earned it. They've been the better team today.
They've been the better team today. They've looked composed. They've looked controlled. They've just, both teams talked about possession early on. How do you keep possession? How do you settle in? And PCU seemed to find their rhythm a little bit better and has kind of dictated the flow of this game.
So Jane Rowe, Lily Irving, and now Rosaline Sandell, who's got 4 in the last 2 games now. The goal scorers for PCU. And even though they're the goal scorers, they are far from the only girls who have had tremendous games from PCU.
PCU's had a solid game. They've put up a free kick earned by PCU here. Foul called on McKenna Flynn. Just kind of hooked her arms around Goldson there.
And Lily Irving should get a nice ovation, and she does, as she heads to the bench with a brilliant performance.
Yep, has been dangerous all game long.
Lily Irving for LaSalle. Star player, one of the many on PCU.
So with both these teams going to regionals, let's see if FC Salmon Creek can build a little bit, get some possession, get a little bit of attacking going on.
Rose drops it. That's the right play, and it'll be a corner kick.
Well, I think they got that one as a goal kick there. It looked like it could have maybe came off Brandel, maybe came off FC Salmon Creek, but they're going with a goal kick there.
3-0 PCU, and as you were saying, with Salmon Creek, even though they're going to come up short, Coach Frimpong was telling how proud she is of this side, and this does not change that one bit.
Nope. They came up against a good team today. They had I think they were tried to play their game and just ran into a team that was in a good form right now.
Yes, and so there's nothing for them to hang their heads about, and resiliency. You look forward to regionals now.
Yep, absolutely. As we mentioned early on, this PCU team qualified for the National League Championships just last weekend. So they are on a roll. They won their semifinal 5-1, and this team looks like they're stamping their authority on the best 08 girls team in the state of Oregon.
Another shout out to Alva here. He's done a fantastic job today. Here's a nice corner in, and they're going to have a whistle. What's the call here?
Looks like maybe FC Salmon Creek was still substituting.
Yep, that was it. They're just trying to get everyone in now. 3-0.
Good call by the referee. I like that he allowed the team to get set before a corner kick.
Corner number about 12 or 13 on the day. In swinger towards the near post goes out.
Williams trying to encourage her team to pick up the pace a little bit.
Williams had a good game. She's got a bright future.
Yeah.
She's a good goalkeeper. As you said, not the tallest player, but she really is very efficient with her movements and her positioning.
Yeah, her footwork and positioning has been excellent. She's brave on high balls. Has got her hand on a lot of the crosses in there. And as we mentioned in the first half, it would have been worse if someone else was in the goal.
Back into the game is Haley Grismore for PCU.
Just a few minutes left now.
Goldson's going to drop this one to the back line.
Just a McIntosh who has a bit of composure.
PCU, they've had like 70-80% possession today. It's just been a brilliant performance. It's like they woke up ready and they executed.
Yep. Very businesslike from the time that we got here and we're watching them warm up, and just a very solid, positive approach, and have played a good game.
Sandoline's got 4 goals in the last 2 games, and she could be in again here. Got a tough angle, puts one in, and it should have been 4.
Gretchen Brandel on the back post there. She want that one over. That was really well done by Rose, and got it through the Brandel on the back post, who just didn't get the contact she wanted.
Yep. Rose almost had an assist, but she's had a fantastic performance.
Harrison on the ball again. Absolutely no knock on Harrison today. She's a little frustrated out there, but she's had to play 1 against 2 almost the entire game.
I like the aggression from the 8th grader, Lila Sjogren. She's going to be a really good player.
Little frustration foul there, and well done by Goldson to earn it. Kept her body there and got a good position. Good mature play by Goldson.
Going to give this one off to Tess Ipson. She's a state champion high school, and she's about to be a champion here as well.
Down to the final few minutes of regular time. Well, it shouldn't be much extra time, I wouldn't imagine, but we'll see. Good turn by Brandel. Again by
iffy.
Brandel. She likes to show you just enough. Goldson on the ball.
Goldson's had a fantastic game. Can she capitalize with the goal? Well, it was a really good strike, though, towards the back post. I like that from Goldson, and I've really liked how she's played today.
Just can't say enough about Williams and her position and footwork. Again, that's not the easiest I'll say. She didn't see it. She had, we were at the same angle she did. You can't see that till late, and she was almost perfect position.
Watching today, you'd think goalkeeping was easy, just because the way she's made it look.
And Harrison's double teamed almost immediately again.
I like PCU not letting up here, even with a 3-0 lead. They're playing their game through and through and through.
Good. We talked about their discipline earlier. Well disciplined, well coached. You got buy-in from your players. It's awesome.
Want to remind everyone, coming up, we got the girls U19 final between United PDX and Eastside, which should be a fantastic matchup with a lot of college, including D1 talent in that game. So that one will start at noon. It's just the start today on this beautiful day.
Championship Saturday, May 10th. They keep May 11th open for the most important women in our lives, the mothers of us all. So happy Mother's
Big shout out.
Yep, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and all the soccer moms who cut oranges from young and drive us players and do everything. So we
could
appreciate
not do
you
it
guys.
without them. So 3-0. There it is.
There's the final.
PCU, our state champs. They win 3-0. And I love seeing the sportsmanship from Joe Frimpong immediately going for a handshake to their team's coaches. So 3-0. PCU, our state champs, and they were just a great team today.
Yeah, I think that that's probably a deserved outcome and a solid result for PCU. I think they'll be happy with their performance. Happy that they got a little breathing room there at the end, and nothing to hang your head on about there with FC Salmon Creek. That they ran into a very, very solid PCU team today, and showed that they were they were up for the match and ready for it.
And you just said it. You said it well. I mean, nothing for Salmon Creek to be ashamed of. They've had a great run. They're going to regionals, but today just about PCU. They've got a lot of talent. These girls, mostly sophomores and juniors, but a lot of college talent on the field. They got a great center midfielder in Tula Smith. They got great attacking wings in Irving and Kimball. Of course, they have Rose Sandell. They got Ipson, who's got D1 written all over her, if you ask me. in the center back position. They're just a great team.
Yeah, I mean, Ibsen had what? I mean, it's remarkable because we remember it. She had one bad touch. so
yeah, exactly. The fact we remember it.
That says a lot about her as a player, that I literally remember the one bad touch. She had so much composure. She won everything, just marshaled the defense. Super impressed. Goldson in the second half at left back was super impressive. I mean, it was a good game for PCU. Congratulations to Coach Greg Webster and Coach Johnny Cordell. I'm not sure who else is on that coaching staff over there. I think it's Michael Winnell as well, but Coach Johnny is well loved in the PCU realm, and that was an impressive game by PCU there.
So just to recap, the goal scorers: Jane Rowe, Lily Irving, and Rose Sandel. But everyone on PCU had a great game. They should take a bow, and they are state champs. And the coach gets a shower with the Gatorade. Love it. 3-0. PCU wins the girls U17 state championship. Coming up, we have the girls U19 state championship between the East Side Timbers and United PDX. That one kicking off at noon. We will see you soon. 3-0 PCU wins.
Yes.